Thor number 35 was published few days ago with this impressive cover of Hela, the goddess of death, presenting the finale of this run. Thor and Jane Foster were investigating the disappearance of all souls in Valhalla and Hell, including the soul of Odin. They followed Nidhogg, the soul-eating monster, to Latveria, where they discovered that Dr. Doom had stolen the missing souls and imprisoned Hela. Thor chased Doom through a time storm into the far past, where they confronted a time-traveling Thanos before he could steal the result of a dangerous ritual performed by Thor's grandfather Bor. Thanos believed that the ritual would create the Black Stone of Death he had been searching for. Instead, the result was a child, and after the time storm caused her to age rapidly, the woman's identity was revealed to be Hela herself. It has been long claimed that Hela is the daughter of Loki, and now Thor has taken her to a point in time when he and Loki were young, so he could introduce Hela to her father. In the far past in Jotunheim, Thor told his younger sister Lausa and young Hela about the time when he and Loki traveled to Jotunheim on Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse. They were enjoying their time with Bergelmir, the king of the frost giants, and his men. Thor and Loki knew that Bergelmir wanted the horse the moment he saw it, and in return they wanted his knife, which wasn't an ordinary blade, as it was forged by the 8 elves in the depth of Alfheim, never dulled, and could never cut its owner. Thor and Loki challenged Bergelmir for a battle of strength, as he would choose an opponent for them and they would choose an opponent for him, until one of them was beaten, and the giant chose the eagle Hrisvilgr to fight Thor, the eater of corpses and the wrecker of ships, and his wings are the source of the wind in all the realms. Thor fought the eagle for hours until he finally defeated him. Loki then summoned his opponent for the giant, which was a spider called Moira. Bergelmir and his men underestimated the spider, who started weaving her webs around the king, who could not break free. Moira is known by many names, but most commonly she is Fate, and even Bergelmir cannot defeat Fate, and he eventually yielded. But he became furious when he found out what the spider truly was. He restrained Loki, demanding to get his knife back. Thor could not leave Loki in chains and attacked the giants, but Loki then was gone. Thor never understood how Loki managed to escape, but now he knows, as it was Thor and Lausa who saved him. When young Thor was busy fighting the giants, Thor and Lausa sneaked in and freed Loki. Thor then found Loki trying to escape with the knife, leaving him behind fighting the giants. He confronted Loki, who at first did not know who Thor was, but when Thor introduced himself, Loki knew he was telling the truth. Thor then introduced Loki to his daughter, Hela, the goddess of death. Meanwhile, in Latveria, in Doom's prison of souls, Jane met the souls of Odin and Bor, where an emotional Odin told Jane that he did not want his death to be felt throughout the realms. But they held a dignified and beautiful funeral for him, and it was everything he wanted. And when he heard his son speaking about his life, wars and strength, they made him feel happy. Meanwhile, at Doom's castle, Hela confronted Doom, who had barely escaped the confrontation with Thor and Thanos, and told him that he wanted to sacrifice the souls of the dead to conquer the will of his people. Hela told Doom that he wasn't wrong when he tried to do that, and that she admired his fight and willingness to act, but threatened that she would kill him if he tried to come near the souls of Hell again, then told him to run before Asgard would find him. Meanwhile, Thor tells Loki that Hela will grow up to become something formidable and magnificent before departing ways. Lausa wonders if Loki and Hela will be okay, and Thor tells her that the centuries are long, as there are good years and bad ones. Back in Latveria, Jane illumined the way for Odin, Bor, and the dead to go to their resting place in Valhalla. Thor then teleported back to the present time in Latveria, where he found Runa fighting Nidhogg. He asked her about Doom, and she told him that Hela wanted to handle him. Thor then told Runa to bring a book of ancient Asgardian spells from Doom's office to Asgard and to destroy everything else. Thor then met Jane, who told him that Odin and the rest went to Valhalla and that he is home now. Thor then thanked Jane before flying away. I like this run, which I reviewed from the very beginning. It witnessed Thor becoming the cosmic herald of Galactus, fighting the insane Donald Blake and the Starship Hulk, and ultimately witnessed the death of Odin in Thor's battle against the god of hammers. Thor will come back in August with the Immortal Thor run by Al Ewing, which hopefully will be as interesting as this one. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.